welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Olivia and this is my monthly music recap for June. I kicked my month off by going to see Comfort Girl headlining Nice and Sleazy's with support from Forfauna, Marceline and Limerence. Oh my god, these are some of the most exciting bands coming out of the scene at the minute. All so incredible. I highly recommend going to see Forfauna. I know I've talked about them in the past. They are so good. I believe they're playing at King Tut Summer Nights, maybe headlining. Definitely go check them out if you get the chance. They are incredible. I then also went to the Hidden Door Festival at the Paper Factory through in Edinburgh and I got to see Bad Gravy. I love Bad Gravy. They were so good and it was so great seeing them in a venue of that size. It was absolutely incredible. I then did something pretty impulsive and I went and spent 24 hours in Dublin, and the reason I did this was because I really wanted to go see David Byrne and I found £20 flights. He was playing in Dublin. I was free. It worked out perfectly. It's impossible to get tickets to see him in Glasgow or Edinburgh. It was sold out instantly, so I was so excited that I got to go see him. I had such a fun time in Dublin, just wandering the streets, going into all the second-hand shops, all the record shops, and just getting to explore a city I'd never been to. It was super exciting. And the concert itself was incredible. I got to see David Byrne, of course, but then also there was support from Arlo Park, so I hadn't heard of before, but I really enjoyed. And of course New Dad as well, who I was really excited for. And then David Byrne came out and he opened with Heaven by Talking Heads, of course, and I just started crying. He was so good. It was honestly the best time. If you want to hear more about my trip to Dublin, I actually vlogged it, so if you want to see it I will have it linked down below so you can go check it out after this. You'll get to see a couple of the concert clips, what I did, what I got up to and what I ate. It was super fun. My next gig was I got to see Let Live headlining The Garage in Glasgow with support from 21 Children and Lost Hounds. They were absolutely incredible. I was able to go see them and I had a press pass because my dad is friends with the lead singer's uncle. Don't ask me how. So I was able to get a press pass, I was able to go along, take photos, and it was such a good time. The whole concert was full of energy. It was so exciting to get to see them, and all the support bands were incredible as well. I got talking to 21 Children and they are the most lovely people. It was so good to see them. I ended June off on a bang with a trip to Transmit and it was absolutely incredible. I had so much fun. I went all 3 days and it was absolutely amazing. My favourite acts from the Friday were Richard Ashcroft, of course. It was so good getting to see him. He was supporting Oasis on their reunion tour last year and I unfortunately wasn't able to go despite it being such a great lineup, so it was good to at least be able to see Richard Ashcroft. I also got to see New Dad again after having just seen them in Dublin. Absolutely incredible. Wolf Alice were another one that had been on my list for a while that I had wanted to tick off, so I was really excited to see them. I got to see Soapbox, who as always were full of energy. Mercy Girl were also incredible. Oh my god, I really adore them. They're really cool. And Nile Rodgers and Chic, of course, were probably my highlight of the day. It was so good getting to see them. Absolutely life-changing. My highlight for the Friday was, of course, Kasabian. It was so good getting to see them live. The energy for the rest of the day was completely unmatched compared to them. It was so good. And I also got to see The Snuts, who I've seen countless times, but it was really great getting to see them at Transmit. I got to see The Last Dinner Party, who my mum was very jealous I got to see. That's one of her favourites at the minute. I also got to see the Fratellis, who I have been desperate to see, and it was so great getting to see like Whistle for the Choir and of course Chelsea Dagger live at Transmit with such a massive crowd. And then I also got to see Tina Sandwich, Tanzana and Lacuna, who were all absolutely incredible. For the Sunday, the main band I was most excited to see was Two Door Cinema Club, and they were outstanding. I am so happy I got to see them. They were absolutely incredible, and they've just announced that they're coming and playing the Hydro, I believe, so I will be sure to get tickets. They were so good. An absolutely incredible set, and it was so good getting to see them live. It was such a good day. I had a lot of fun. I also made sure to pop over to the BBC introducing stage to see Shay O'Dowd, who was absolutely incredible also. For June releases, we had some pretty exciting ones. As I'm pretty sure you all know by now, Oedipus and the Mama's Boys are one of my favourite local bands, and they've just came out with their newest single, A Daisy for You, John. absolutely incredible. It was so good. I absolutely adore it. It's been on my rotation ever since it came out, and even a wee bit since before it came out. It was so good. And we also had She Bites, the debut single from Limerence. It's so good. If you're a big fan of like crawlers and amyl and sniffers, I highly recommend going to check it out. We also had the Opus Kink new single, Will It Come For You, and it was absolutely incredible. It made me so excited for their debut album coming out at the end of July, I believe. I am beyond excited. I got to see them earlier this year through the art school in Glasgow, and it was so good getting to see them. I am so excited for this album. We also had Pedalo's EP, Delicate Thing, which you have to go listen to if you haven't already. It is absolutely incredible. As for what I'm excited for next month, we have King Tut's Summer Nights, of course, so there's going to be countless gigs going on all throughout July and well into August. I'm super excited. There are incredible local bands on pretty much every single night. If you're ever stuck for something to do, head along to King Tut's. I'm sure you'll find your new favourite band at some point throughout the next month. There are a lot of really great bands playing King Tut Summer Night, so I won't be able to name all my favourites, and I think a couple of these are actually playing in August, but I'm going to name them anyway. You, of course, have to go see Oedipus and the Mama's Boys. I don't shut up about them. You need to go see them. For Fauna, as I mentioned earlier, are going to be playing, and they're really great, and Rufus Keystone will also be playing on the same date. Highly recommend going to check them out. Bad Gravy, as I mentioned earlier, are one of my favourite bands at the minute. Love them. Gotta go see them. And Puppy Teeth are playing. They're really incredible. They've just put out a new single, and I think they've got an EP coming out soon. I highly recommend going to check them out. And Alt Milk are a band that I only recently discovered, and I highly recommend you go see them. They were really great when I last saw them. In a similar vein, we have the Hug and Pint Endless Summer. I'm only going to name 3 bands because I think we'd be here forever if I was to name all my favourite bands that are playing this, but Paparazzi are a must-see. I absolutely adore them, and they are the most lovely people. Highly recommend going to check them out. Velvet are playing, and so are Honey, and I highly recommend going to check out those 3. I am super excited. I think there's a lot going on in July and well into August as well. Still kicking off festival season, and I'm super excited to see what I have in my calendar next. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. There's a lot to look forward to going into July. I am super busy the first half of the month, so I'm hoping I still have time to go to plenty gigs, and I am just super excited overall for the rest of the summer. I'm hoping the Scottish weather improves. It has been dire so far, but that's just the Scottish weather, I think. My name's been Olivia. If you want to hear more from me, you can find me over on Instagram under Live Through This Photos. I am a gig photographer and a writer for Scottish and Northern Exposure. It's been so good recapping all the gigs I go to. I really enjoy this little series, and it's just good really to be able to reflect on what I've actually been up to this month. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you sticking to the end, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye!